Going into overwhelm, it's okay. So we throw you up. Okay. And now we throw out super cool star chart with the hopes of the one cost. The one cost, what's his face? Oh, they got, so is it going to be just another Graviton? Is it just going to be immediately another Graviton just to stop the situation? Of course it would be. Of course it would be. Okay. Hello everyone. Gomez here for the LAN Up channel again with another deck for you today. I might have gone a little bit crazy with this one. It's a deck that involves the flight. Let's get into this. So the deck is called Flight and Fight because there's a flight or fight, which is normally your reaction to whenever you get yourself into a dangerous situation. Okay, right. I just want to say, I might have got a little bit too crazy with this one, but I like the idea. I looked at this from 2 points of views, right? I wanted that elusive damage, because obviously bear in mind that you are losing tempo every single time you use the flight, but it is pipping away. There was two different ways I wanted to look at this. I was thinking Iceborne Legacy. Iceborne Legacy allows me to increase those stats to make it so that it's bigger. As well as the fact that obviously there is a mind meld version that you could do with Bilgewater, but a lot of people have been experimenting with Bilgewater and what's his face, Targon, so I wanted to try something different. So I was either going to go with PNZ or Freljord. I have actually made a Freljord deck as well, but this is the PNZ one today. The idea of this one, because the thing with the Iceborne Legacy one is I love the idea, but the problem is I can only have 3 copies of it. I am using counterfeit copies in this deck because I want to make more copies of the flight, but my way of buffing the flight is gonna be through lovely Professor Von Yipp. Let's actually see the real professor. That's not the real professor. There's the real Professor Von Yipp. Is the cat, which my head is in the way of. I do apologize. But yes, so we're going to be working with the flight and working with making copies of it, as well as the fact that we are working with Von Yipp. So we've actually even got some suit ups, which admittedly you don't really want to put them on the flight because you will be losing that. But we've got a lot of other one-cost elusives, being Teemo and Zoe, as well as the fact that you can throw it on top of a Poro. Little bit of draw. The whole deck is basically draw because the idea is that we want to get to Von Yipp as quickly as possible. There's a couple of innovative improvements to make more copies of him, as well as the fact that then it's just literally the deck is draw so that you can get to those one costs so that you can get loads of these, boom, 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 and then they start drawing their way through the deck as well, and that's like a kind of like where you end up. So I think I've got a little bit insane with this one, but I love the idea and I love the concept, which is why I decided to stick with this, as well as the fact that Von Yipp with Jerry. Von Yipp with Jerry. You know that Gomez loves a Jerry bot. So I might have got a bit insane, but I do love this, and the idea of we just quickly get to Von Yipp as quickly as possible, draw, make copies of the flight, just the flight keeps dropping as with Von Yipp on the board, or if you get multiple Von Yipps on the board, even with one Von Yipp, that increases that damage to 4, and it goes into a 4-3, so this is the idea. I know I'm stupid and insane, but I really love this theory, and so let's see how this does. But before we do, bear in mind, shameless plug time, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. If you didn't know already, I stream on Twitch on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, UK times, so the times which are stated on there, as well as the fact that literally there is a Discord link down below if you want to check out the lovely community that we're forming and making of crazy deck builders who like to take things a little bit more on the wild side than on the meta side. There's also the link to like the merchandise, like the fizz top that I'm wearing today. There's a bunch of other ones down there as well, like in terms of the link, but do not feel obliged or forced. It's just that I love this game so much I wanted to wear it. There's also, I said, like, you know, if you run this deck or if you make any changes to this deck, please comment down below. I love hearing your comments, or if you have any suggestions for deck ideas, please put them down below, because I do love hearing your suggestions, and I actually do work off of them sometimes. So honestly, it's amazing, and the support that I've been getting is amazing. As I said, I do have a year, which end of year goal to hit to 5,000 followers / subscribers on Twitch and YouTube. I think that we can do this. I believe in our abilities to get there, because the support that I've been getting from you guys is insane. If you're not already subscribed, why not consider it? But do not feel forced. Anyway, let's get in and see how this stupid deck does in a couple of matchups. Okay, so we're against the like standard. Like, it's times like this, I'm just like, I'm starting to see a rise in Anivia. It's like, do I start running what's his face? The Shadow Isles Passage Unearned card. Like, do I start putting that into my Shadows Isle decks again? I mean, I'm honest to God considering it. I'm actually gonna keep this hand. I've got the potential of, if I get rummage and whatnot, to get draw off of this. I've got a little bit of a buff. I mean, obviously, our main concern at the moment is Avalanche. Like, they've got a lot of this deck has got a lot of control aspects to it. So we're just gonna have to hope. As well as that, they've got like Vile Feast, and they've got like different things on those lines. I actually kind of want to keep the flight in hand. The reason I want to keep the flight in hand is because I want to be able to make copies of it. So I want to know that's in hand to make copies of. It's a shame that I don't get to get the. It's a shame that I don't get to get the draw off of the Power Cascade. But I was expecting this. I should admit, I should have said that I was expecting a Vile Feast or Unspeakable Horror from my opponent. But yeah, no, I can go with that. I can go with that very easily. But yeah, no, so we want to kind of keep the flight in the hand because we want to make sure. Ooh. Oh, I've gone French. I can take that damage. That's not really much of an issue. Throw this on top of Teemo. We could have maybe forced out an additional thing out of our opponent. Like, we could have forced out maybe another attempt at Teemo's life. But I can accept this. I can accept this. Because so let me explain. The reason why I'm not just playing the flight is because of what I'm against. In any other deck, I probably would do, but because we are against an Anivia control deck that runs an unbelievable amount of do 1 damage to things, I'm making sure that I'm keeping this back so that this I know that I'm going to get the copy of it. That's the reason why I'm keeping that back. In case anyone was wondering, Gomez, why aren't you just going forward with the flight? Of course. I mean, at this point, I could actually see what I get from this. So Hush, another draw. So Hush is going to be, so we just go hoop, hoop. Don't you worry, Teemo, baby! I'm getting you through this! So I've just lost one of my Hushes, which actually is a really good thing to use against Anivia. So I'm a little bit upset that I'm about to lose a Hush. I could technically at least get some draw off of it while I'm at it, but it does now mean that I've revealed my hand in terms of my jerry rigs. My jerry rigs! So it's a little bit bad on that front, but okay, I've got a progress day, so that's going to be an immense draw, which is why I'm really needing right now. This deck lives or dies on if I find Von Yipp quick enough. Technically, maybe that's the better thing to do at the beginning of this, is legitimately just go as insane as you can on trying to find Von Yipp. That is actually probably the far superior way of using this deck, is to just mulligan everything trying to get there. But I do, like, I saw my beginning hand and I was like, I've got Flight, I've got Teemo, I want both of them, I'll keep it. I probably shouldn't. I probably shouldn't, right? So I don't actually mind trading. I don't actually mind trading these off because of the fact that what we are against, there's most likely going to be, as we already know, Vile Feast and whatnot, but Withering Wail as well. Withering Wail is like a potential thing as well. So that's why I don't honestly mind doing this. Okay, so we do have a very nice, like, I feel like I'm going to go into progress though. I feel like I'm going to go into progress there a bit. Right, so there we go. So I've got my ability to make copies of the flight, but I want to get Von Yipp before I make copies of it at this moment in time. So I'm just going to go forward immediately with Teemo, because if they've got a counter, I still do have a Power Cascade. So as much, it's gonna be a Withering Wail or something, isn't it? Withering Well. Yep. So as much of me, honest to God, wants to just throw Progress Day out, the smarter move is to do this. I don't really want to get rid of that canopy. So yet again, I'm not getting the draw, but it's knowing that I've got other draw things in hand. It's knowing that I've got other draw things in hand that makes this okay. So the amount of times they've tried to kill Teemo and it's still keep on pushing through. It's a testament to how great this is. Okay, so
nothing escapes my watch.
It's okay. It's okay. We've now leveled Teemo. There's Von Yipp. There's Von Yipp. So we kind of have to go. So if they play Anivia, or if they go, they've just been hammering him. That's okay because, as I said, now that we have Von Yipp, this is okay because basically we can play him now because we're out of the Ruination territory at this moment in time. For a brief amount of time, we're out of its way. So I'm gonna counterfeit Copy's flight, and then I'm gonna hope. I'm gonna live in hope that. See, the thing of it is, the question is, do you just Poro Cannon? Do you just Poro Cannon the Progress Day and then end up with far more? So, if we Poro Cannon the Progress Day, we'll end up with... I mean, we wouldn't have lethal, there's no point. There's no point in doing it. I'm guessing I'm going to see a... I'm guessing I'm going to see a Ruination or a Vengeance. So, it's like, do you... Okay, on the plus side, yeah, no, so as much of me wants to throw things out right now, I'm guessing I'm going to see a Ruination or something along those lines. So I'm just going to go forward because I want to get that damage in. I can still make a copy of Von Yipp, so this is what I'm going to do. Yeah, potential Vengeance. I wasn't sure whether it was going to be Vengeance or Ruination, so I wanted to make sure that I had a way of at least copying Von Yipp if worse comes to the worst. It does mean that we're going to be losing things on the board right now, losing like tempo, but we still managed to do 4 damage in. And we've got enough, right? Okay. So basically, our plan is we've got a big move next turn. We just have to get past. We just have to get past, like, you know, Vengeance, Ruination. Like, Ruination is the biggest move that we have to get past next turn. Like, as long as they play some stuff on the board, because bear in mind they still are not enlightened. There's not enlightened, so they're not going to be leveling Anivia. They can still play her. They can still play her. But they have literally just used all of their mana to do that. They have used all their mana to do that, which now means that we get a big move of filling the board full of some elusive stuff. So how much? We go down to 7, which technically we could, you know, stop some of that damage. We could stop some of that damage, so we go down to 8. I mean, either way, it doesn't really matter, because the point is right now that we are just going to fill the board. Fill the board with elusives and immediately go forward so that they can't Ruination. They could still have a Vengeance or something, but we are literally about to just go, you know, yep. Screw you, bird lady! Oh, does it not work on, does it only work on, followers? I thought it was like 1 cost allies. He was still a 1. Oh no, because he costs, don't worry, it costs 0 because of the fact that, yeah, we got him Progress Day, so that's fine. Well, it's not fine, but I'll take it for now. So I've got the ability to, we could go for an additional draw, but I feel, do we go for an additional draw? Sod it. I'm not going to go for the draw. I'm not going to go for the draw. We're just going to go with throwing these elusives out. Just throw the big boy elusives out, and we're going immediately forward. Immediately forward. They level Anivia. As long as we get attacking forward immediately, they could have Withering Wail and things along those lines. As much as we would love to do that, it opens up the Ruination move, so I literally can't. We could go forward with Von Yipp himself as well, because we could throw a suit up on top of him, but I feel like we just leave him back. I feel like we leave him back. We do this damage in here. If they try to kill... Because obviously, so 2 withering... They have actually used a lot of dealing 1 damage already. We could have thrown a suit up on top of Teemo. But I feel like we wait and see what our opponent does here. Because if they go for 2 withering wells, we just throw suit up on top of Teemo then. Because it then forces... Yeah, again, it's forcing all of their mana out immediately. So, I mean, this feels like this has worked out okay. Okay, I mean, when you've got nothing else, so you just go, sod it, I'll go with draw. I guess if they've got nothing else, we'll increase the damage of Teemo. But yeah, this is Shenamot GG. Look at that board! Look at it! Oh yes, I have found the way of using the flight. Oh, that Yasuo's gonna be a bitch, isn't he? Okay, so they got stuns. That's the most important thing to say. Ah, Von Yipp, my boy! I'll keep this hand because I've got a way to make another copy of Von Yipp. I've got a nice turn 1. They could immediately Zoe. Don't you Zoe me? Okay, that's fine. We immediately go forward. The main things to remember are stuns and hushes. Stuns and hushes are going to be the ones that we just need to make sure that we know are going to be things which are... Oh, cool. Woo! I mean, I'd be a fool not to do it on this turn, right? And just in case they just pass the turn, I'd rather make sure that I'm definitely using that. So, they can get 5 damage in. I'm willing to accept it. I should have maybe thrown Teemo in the way. Because bear in mind, yet again, as I said, we know that there's going to be stun opportunities. Or potentially just Hush right now. Much Hush potential. I got lucky. Okay, Moon Man! So Moon Man, the problem is that if he takes Calibrum, like Calibrum just kills Von Yipp immediately, which is a bit of a shame. So if they pick that, then I will admit that I'm gonna be in danger. I'm in danger. Maybe as much as he wants to play Von Yipp, maybe the smarter move here is static both of these. Potential Yasuo drops this turn.
No more hiding.
Yasuo into Graviton. Okay, we'll do that move. Keep the mana. Then next turn, Von Yipp into Zoe. Of course, there'd be the deny spell. Okay. So Von Yipp into Zoe. And then we make a copy of him if need be. So, Von Yipp.
Pause for thought.
Hopefully into Zoe.
Is a leaf's only purpose to
Okay,
fall.
Von Yipp into Zoe. It's the fact that they're keeping the mana. They're keeping the mana for Hush. They're keeping the mana for Hush. Which is problematic, because it's definitely going to hit. Oh no, stun, okay. I mean, yeah, I can understand that. We could technically Hush, like, Yasuo to, like, stop the attack from going in, but he still... Teemo still lives at the moment. Hoop! Hoop, hoop, hoop! So Teemo still lives at the moment. We might as well keep full on mana. Keep full on mana at the moment, until we need to use it, so... I'm gonna need this draw. Because right now, I've got the ability to... Ooh, yep, I mean...
From darkness.
Did they go into Graviton, was that? Yep, going into Graviton, so we know that Graviton is, like, definitely coming. We know that Graviton is definitely coming. I could have actually gone for a stun move on top of him this turn. I mean, I'm definitely going to be hushing him. Because I feel like he's going to throw the stun on top of... what's his face? Okay. So basically meaning that we are going to have to do something about this. So... If I'm going to like go for trying to stop anyone, it will be trying to stop him. And I guess that we also... It's sad, but I feel like we take that. at this moment in time and just see where the mana goes. But I feel like we've got to at least try to take, because I know Gravitom's coming, so I might as well try to kill Yasuo. There's the Bastion. Okay, so I throw this. Look, I'm an amazing magician. Okay, so now that goes, so we can kill, right, okay. Kill Yasuo, we kill you.
We will be free.
You know when like, you're so close to like potentially a really good move, but it's just like, right, so we make a copy of Von Yipp. Von Yipp drops next turn. We then throw down all the Poros. I just need to hope that you live. Okay, we can make this work. Okay,
quite right.
So potentially on, there's things in that rummage that you might want, like flight or etc. But you just like you can't take the you'd rather take the sure thing rather than the gamble. You know, it's like one of those things where you're like I could risk it, but it's like I've got a sure thing here if I just go. We know for a fact as well that they've got Graviton. Or potentially, or you know that he's going into Graviton, right? So we just throw this out. Super cool star chart into. Okay, right. There we go. So there's Graviton going into. Oh, okay. Right, so Overwhelm. Going into Overwhelm, but it's okay. So we throw you up. Okay. And now we throw out super cool star chart with the hopes of the one cost. The one cost, what's his face? Oh, they got. So is it going to be just another Graviton? Is it just going to be immediately another Graviton just to stop the situation? Of course it would be. Of course it would be. Okay, so all the Gravitons. I think that's actually the level up on what's his face as well, isn't it? So Charger, because at this point, Sonic. Chase me with all that big overwhelm damage. Yeah, I mean, you gotta do something about it. You gotta do. Is that they live on? I should have gone forward. I should have gone forward with the Von Yipps. I literally should. There was no reason not to go forward with the Von Yipps as well. I don't. In my mind, it's like they're backbenchers. I never go forward with them. We should have gone forward with them then because he couldn't have defended all the spaces. So literally, that was a misplay on my part. I should have just gone forward. Because just that would have been death, and I would have been secure and happy in things. Now there's risk. Now there's risk. I had victory. I had victory in my clutches, and I just I blew it. Okay, what was his last Graviton crescendum? So they're building a ball right now.
Yeah,
okay.
That's a pretty
so the plan.
fly.
So they got rid of Homecoming, so they did get rid of one of their stuns. Is it weird that I'm honest to God considering stunning what's his face right now, just so that he doesn't. This might sound really stupid, but just so that he doesn't make another moon weapon. Because I swear that you need him to make the moon weapon, right? I think that's how that interaction goes. Is that you need him to make the moon weapon. I've got a stun, like if I need it, so if needed, the stun can come out. I've got the wider board. I've got the elusive stuff. How close is Zoe? Zoe's like 8 away. I could level her, right? If I just used the, I mean, technically maybe I should have just used this immediately. I should have used this stun and then going into the damage and just go for trying to kill Aphelios. That probably was actually the smarter move, right? I mean, admittedly, denies from the opponent could come out, so maybe there was justification for not using for this. Okay, right. So it's okay. So they're going for a bit of life steal. Going on right now. Oh, so I honestly thought that it mattered if he was in the hand. Or is it because, no, because they made a card through there. Right, right. I could go with killing Moon Man. Killing Moon Man is probably the smarter choice. As much as he's thinking, stop the life steal. Like, killing Moon Man is definitely probably the smarter choice here. They must, or either that, they might have deny, they might still have deny. This would be the level up on top of Zoe as well. We're like so close. I could just rummage to get the immediate level up. Okay, overwhelm damage.
My strength
Maybe I should have stopped him. Okay. Let's go for killing. So Zoe's. I mean, in my head, everything is working out, and I should be legitimately fine. In my head, everything is working out, and I should be legitimately fine. They're gonna be getting some life back. They're going to be getting some life back, but we could throw this Von Yipp in the way of it so that they've got literally nothing on the board and we immediately go forward. They've got a lot of stun potential, but they've only got 2 cards in the hand. I mean, correction, they're going to have 1 card in the hand. So, what are you? What are you? What are you? I'm scared. I had victory. I had victory in my clutches. I should have just kept it. Right, so there we go. So, we're both down to 6. We just go! Send it all forth! Yep, immediately send everything forward. Good day, sir. I said good day! There it is. You know when you had victory and you let slip past your hands because you didn't calculate the damage and you were foolish. Yeah, I'm glad that we still brought it back. So... Okay, I'm trying to work out. So, I've got Zed. Zed is... I'll keep it. I'm just keep the hand. Solid. Gonna keep the hand. We're just gonna... admittedly, I'm actually gonna leave Zoe back at the moment. But, so we are against the deck, which most likely... So we know that they're running Zed. They're running Quinn as well. So potentially, like, more Valor stuff just to draw things off. Maybe even quick attack. Like, I don't know whether... Would they... I don't know. Right. Oh, do I throw her down now or do I wait until... Oh, you know what? I'm going to throw her down now. I'm going to regret this. I'm going to regret this. Immediate Valor spell. Okay, no Valor spell. Fantastic. Okay. We've at least got a way of making copies of Von Yipp now. So, we've got Draw. We've got Shrooms. We've got Von Yipp. It's fine.
I am the blade in the darkness.
Big part of me is thinking, do I... Right, so... I could super cool star chart. See what I get. Take the stun option. And then it's... Does my opponent just immediately go forward or do they develop? That's going to be the question. They might just immediately go forward. In all honesty, my opponent might just immediately go forward and I'm going to have to block at least one. Oh! He comes when needed! He comes when needed. We block this one just in case they've got Flurry so that he would get the double attack on this one. So we do that just in case there's Flurry. Okay. We now don't have the ability to make a copy of Von Yipp immediately, though. That's why... I'm kind of hesitant. I want to pass and see what my opponent does. They've got 7 mana. We've got 5 mana. I can live with burning. So I'm like, on the plus side, I can at least stun him this turn. So, shh, none of that. No more from you. Silence, you hear? So, that's at least stopped that. Now Von Yipp joins the field of play.
Like this?
Like this? I've got the ability to make a copy of Teemo. Sorry, not to make a copy of Teemo. To level Teemo is the words I meant to say.
The more we
the Eggman.
I love the smell of mushrooms in the morning.
So, we're going to do this. We're going to immediately go forward. Potential sharp sight. Oh, stun. Okay, fair enough then. I was actually expecting a sharp sight. Fair enough. Okay. So I could super cool star chart again. Okay.
Looking for a daring
So
skill.
my opponent has now used all of their mana, so I kind of don't mind. I'm gonna get rid of the rummage because. Okay, there we go. So at least I've got a blocker right now. I've got a blocker that I'm happy with. I can still, if they don't go for an immediate attack for, oh, that's nice. If they don't go for an immediate attack forward, I can still super cool star shot. Yeah, so, what are the chances we can hit it twice, right? Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Potential Nopify, but I've got to just go for this. There we go. No fights today. If you're gonna stop anyone right now, it's like, do I kill Teemo or do I kill Zoe? Zoe's the one who keeps stunning my Zed. But okay. Well, I mean, I've got to do that. It forces out, if they do have a sharp sight, it forces sharp sight out. So I need to. There we go. Or they just don't.
With a little time,
The Eggman cometh. I need to find. Okay. Part of me's always thinking about burning Teemo here because I need like draw and things that I can work with a little bit more. So I could make a copy of Von Yipp, but I'm actually gonna go like this might seem stupid that I'm burning a copy of Teemo, but that's the reason why I don't mind burning a copy of Teemo. I can throw, you know what, it's the worst thing that you don't want to get rid of innovative improvement. Like, both things in your hand you don't want to discard right now. I've got so many things like Jerry Rigs and so many things along those lines which I don't mind discarding. And then the moment it's something which I mind discarding, bearing in mind they do still have their elusive, which means that Zoe, it feels a little bit bad to sacrifice her, so potentially actually using that Pyro Cannon might not be the worst plan. If I actually attack forward with these two, we get okay trades. We get okay trades. I'm willing to take the risk. Bear in mind that Progress Day, the one major problem with Progress Day is that it does kind of counter the the thing, but I need it for draw. Like, I needed significant draw in this deck.
Demacian needs heroes.
Okay. I'd be lying if I said that that was ideal. Okay, so. We potentially lose Teemo here. If I convince myself it's for the greater good. I mean, that saves Teemo here. Ah, there we go. Right. So how close is... So Zoe's near enough leveled as well, which is nice. Zoe is near enough leveled. So that's good. They need additional buffs. Okay. And I guess I could use this just to stun Zed. The amount of times he's been stunned. I'm starting to feel bad for him, but at the same time, like... I can't let. I mean, all we stun the challenge one, but I feel like Zed is the one who gets stunned because I just can't. I can't be bothered to deal with his stuff right now. So potential deny, and problems that come with that, but I'm willing to take the risk. I've got a level up on top of Zoe now, so on the plus side, at least she's leveled. I can no longer make a copy of Von Yipp at the moment, but like, you know, I've got draw things, I've got things that can work. I've got like a Teemo in hand, like, so if Teemo dies, I can throw another Teemo out. So yeah, okay, well, that's fine. You know what? That's absolutely fine. Like, out of both of them right now, she's kind of served her, but like, you know what? It's fine. Right, I'll take that damage. We need to keep a mind on what she's got there. I feel like at this point maybe we just add those in. I should have maybe like, or do what I'm gonna do here as well is I'm actually gonna get rid of that, because I mean it's lost anyway, so I might as well benefit from it, right? So we can make a copy of Von Yipp. And just like start letting the buffs go insane. They've got one elusive blocker. They could actually just rally here, right? Or go big. Potentially the rally is still a thing. Yep. Okay, yep. So they go for it. It makes sense. It makes the sense. So it's like, do I block? Do I at least block the insane damage which is coming at me? I guess I do. I don't have much use for her. Because literally, yeah. So, okay. All I've got to do now I mean, the fact that I can give everyone elusive as well is amazing. So, make a copy of Von Yipp. Make a copy of Von Yipp. And then we just play all the elusives. I mean, and then we play all the elusives. Von Yipp himself becomes elusive. This should be fine, right? The question is, do I keep a Power Cascade? Probably not, because they're about to all get buffed significantly, so it becomes less. I mean, potential rally from my opponent. Potential rally move from my opponent, which does somewhat put spanners in the works, right? Because they're literally, if they were to I mean, they can still rally. They can still rally. The rally move is not 100% out right now. So, potential rally move. I mean, they can't judgment. I mean, I honestly would have expected a rally, so this has been a surprise that I've not seen a rally. Okay, we go forward with everything. You know what? I appreciate what my opponent was doing, but I love the fact that this just worked out as well as it did. And the fact that we kept stunning, I feel bad for Zed. Did Zed even get to attack forward once in that game? I don't actually know whether or not Zed attacked forward once. Okay, so overwhelmings with a little bit of Ionia. Fast for you! Okay, fast for you. I'm actually just gonna throw everything back, because again, we are looking for Von... There! My boys! I have both of my boys! Okay, so...
I'm cold, I'm hungry, and there's rocks in
Reforge and much damage. Bearing in mind that literally they just need to just like... The fact they got Darius in this, they just need to just like be hitting forward really fast and powerful. Okay. Oh, so much Reforge and so much tempo damage as well. It's demanding respect. It's demanding respect. Okay. I just have to go. I could technically use Star Chart or something, or we could throw some Poros out. Could throw some Poros out. I mean, they've got a lot of damage that's going to be coming at me. They've got a lot of damage that's going to be coming at me. I almost have to at least throw something. I could make Von Yipp cost slightly less. Well, I'll take that. I'll take this because it's a blocker for Riven. Technically Zoe's a block for Riven at this moment in time. Admittedly, Hilt, or if they've got enough Reforge stuff going on that, like, you know, they could already... I mean, actually, no, they haven't actually... They've got one Reforge thing in there. Okay, right.
I'm cold, I'm hungry, and there's rocks in me boots.
I'm sorry, who are you?
So, throw you forward.
Like this? Oh, I see.
I'm just going to be using the Charger as defense. I'm just going to be using the Charger as defense. If I can get both Von Yipps on the board. Both Von Yipps on the board, and then just the fair enough.
Oh dear.
I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a huge blow to morale.
It's my time.
Okay, so at this point, it's just like, just block the big damage. Block the big damage. It's a shame, but I have to, like, I mean, technically, actually, I could have done that with Zoe. She would have gone down to 1 health. I've done a lot potential flock. I don't know whether or not they would run flock in that deck.
Perhaps we should pause for thought.
Okay. They've already used 1 Culling Strike. They've already used 1 Culling Strike, but they could definitely... They could definitely still do it again. I feel like I just gotta go for the gamble. Right now, I've got to go for the gamble that they don't have another Culling Strike right now. I might end up regretting that choice. I might end up regretting the choice, but I feel like I've got to. Because, I mean, like, if they could have killed Von Yipp that turn, I feel like they would have. Because why wouldn't they when they did it immediately last time? So I think that they don't have a Culling Strike in hand. That's what my hand reading ability tells me. But they have actually got the ability to level Riven right now, because they've definitely got enough fragment pieces in there. Okay,
is the hand of Noxus.
That is gonna be a big boy. That's gonna be a big boy. Chance of you giving me stun. That'll do. Don't have Notify. Don't have Notify. Accept it. There we go. Right, so, because all I've got to do basically is if I can live. Right. Go on, I'll kill you. It's like, so they're gonna be leveling. Leveling what's his face?
Vandal scouts are never afraid.
Potential hilt, actually. Potential hilt. We just take the damage. It actually, even with hilt, Power Cascade gets Zoe past this. I'm willing to take the risks. He says, hopingly. Hup, 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 hup. Hup, hup, hup. Hup, hup. Hup, two, 3, 4. Let's go. Potentially, I should have saved that attack for my... Ooh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We've got much elusive damage right now. Much elusive damage. I just need the one Von Yipp. Potential... If they've got Apprehend, would you run Apprehend in that deck? Please tell me you wouldn't. If you were them... If you were them, would you run Apprehend in that deck? Please tell me no. If they Apprehend, I've just got to go forward. Okay, because we just need to get ourselves past. Okay. Apprehend is still a possibility. Apprehend is still a possibility. Oh, there's the zone level. Apprehend is still a possibility. So there's the zone level. That is all the elusives. Still a there we go. I was gonna say, still a possibility. All the elusive. Screw your overwhelmings.
We did it.
Could they still technically, if they had Wild Claws, right? Wild Claws would have been significantly problematic. So that was the Flight and Fight deck. I mean, it's definitely... You know what the craziest thing is? For a meme deck, this actually ended up winning more than it lost. It actually probably ended up at, I'd say, 70%. Because it was in... wait, let me work out. I can actually try... What is that? I did 7 games. 7 games, and it won 5 of them and lost 2. Whatever that mathematics is. For some reason, my head's saying 70, but... I don't know. But anyway, it's a really funny deck. Definitely check it out. I feel like it could be optimized. Like, I don't know what I would change in it, because obviously I feel, look at the ways that I look at things. But as I said, all the decks that I always put out, people can edit and change. So if you do make any changes, please let me know what you change. As well as that, if you run this deck, please let me know how you go for it. I will just let you know, this is definitely a meme deck. This is not going to work 100% of the time, but it is funny when it does work, and that's what makes it I love a deck which I'm utilizing the Flight in a different way than what people would immediately think. But anyway, please let me know what you think in the description down below, as well as the fact that if you've not already considered subscribing to the channel, why not consider it? Because you can help me hit my goals of hitting 5,000 by the end of the year, as well as on Twitch. So shameless plug time. Twitch is widget. I stream on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So if you want to come catch the action live, please feel free to. As well as the fact that I am currently wearing a Fizz top that is the Legend of Runeterra. Like, I can't touch this. I've got a few Legends of Runeterra designs in the merch thing if you go down in the description down below. But do not feel forced. These are just the options that I'm giving you. I hope that you all have a fantastic day, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye. Flash of brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.